What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? So, welcome and welcome back to the channel. Welcome and welcome back to the channel, right? So, first and foremost, I'd like to say, I hope all of y'all are vibrating at a high frequency. Not letting no negative energy stop y'all positive energy. And as you can see by the title, this is an important message for all of my black people, right? For all of my black people. And same time I'm making this message for my black people, but same time, message to my black people, you may also have to watch out for other black people, right? And I'm about to explain to you why, right? So, right now, it is very important to protect your energy and be careful around the inorganic species, right? Around Asians, around especially around Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? Around Hispanics. And why I say especially around Hispanics, because Hispanics, like older Hispanics, can do some bullshit, right? And Hispanics be Hispanics be doing dumb shit, bro. Hispanics be dumb. And I ain't saying all Hispanics are dumb, but just like black people be dumb too, right? But you have to just watch out for all of these motherfuckers, right? For all of them. But why I say watch out for Hispanics, especially because they can do some shit and act like they don't speak no fucking English. You know what I'm saying? But the reason I'm saying any of this is because, one, I tell y'all all the time that we're a different species than these beings, right? We're a different species. They're a whole different species than us. They're a completely different species, right? So that's why I say it's important to protect your energy around these beings. And what you have to know is, when you're around Mexicans, Asians, and I ain't just saying Mexicans, I'm saying everybody, right? And I'm not saying that all of them are just fucked up, right? Because it do be some Hispanics that be cool, it be Asians that be cool. And when I'm saying cool, I'm not saying like cool as in not racist. I'm saying cool as in conscious, not necessarily conscious, but they're not just walking around botted out, is what I'm trying to say. They see the bullshit, they see the programming, you know what I'm saying? They're awake in a sense, you know what I'm saying? So, but besides the ones that are awake, because it's not all of them that are awake, just like it's not all black people that are awake. It's a lot of programming out here that keeps people asleep for various reasons, right? So, but besides all that, I'm telling y'all to just be cautious around these beings, man. Be cautious around Hispanic. When you go certain areas and you know it's going to be people that are not black, or even people that are black, you have to take your time around everybody right now. Be cautious around everybody right now, right? Because we're in a spiritual warfare, and if you're in an environment where everybody is vibrating low, everybody has some negative energy, it's going to be easier for you to be vibrating low and have, not only will it be easier for you to be vibrating low and have negative energy too, not only will it be easier for you to be vibrating low and have negative energy too, it's going to be harder for you to manifest. It's going to be harder for you to stay positive in an environment where everybody's vibrating low. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm trying to say, because I'm ripping and running right now, right? Let me get from right here. But what I want to tell y'all is, be cautious around the inorganic species. And when I say the inorganic species, that's why I'm saying the species. I'm not like, oh, white people or Mexicans. I'm not on that frequency of on some racist shit, because we are different species. It's no racism. It's me bringing awareness to that they're a different species, so my people can see why they act the way that they act. They're different fucking species, right? So you have to be cautious, right? Because you have the spiritual gangs, and besides any gang stalking, any of that shit, right? You have to just be cautious of their species, because one, they don't have a soul. Because of their genetics, they do not have a soul. So with them not having a soul, for instance, somebody not having a soul, right? It's like somebody not having a nose. So they're walking around musty, smelling like shit, and they don't even know that they're musty, smelling like shit. They're all close to you, not even knowing that they stink. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have a nose, right? That's the comparison to them not having a soul. So they'll be doing some bullshit, some low vibrational shit, cutting you off, etc. Cutting you off, etc. Doing something that's going to make you uncomfortable, you know? And with them doing that, they don't even know that they're doing this shit because of their genetics. They don't have a soul, right? And it's not just like, I'm not just saying Mexicans or white people. I'm saying their species, because we are a whole different species. Just like you have Siberian Huskies and you have wolves. They look similar, but they're two different species. It's not like I'm saying like, oh, be careful for the, watch out for the Chihuahuas, but the Rottweilers is cool. I'm saying their whole species. You know what I'm saying? Their whole species, because they're a different species than us. They were created differently from us, created differently than us. And each of these groups, each of these races within the species. So races like Asian is a race, Caucasian is a race, Hispanic is a race. These are all races within their species. You know what I'm saying? Just like the different races in our species, you have African American, you have African, even though they may or may not be a different species. They may be, but with the neuromelanin, for the most part, I ain't gonna say that their Africans are different from us, because for the most part, they just like Black Americans, right? So let me stay on track though, right? So you have the different races within our species, right? You have African Americans, then you have Africans, then you have Jamaicans, then you have Haitians, then you have Australian, Black Australians. All these different races within our species, two different species, right? Then you have Dominican Republic. That's a race within our species. We're two different species. So, and I'm making this video to tell y'all to be cautious around their species, man. Because you have the gang stalking shit where they try to do shit to fuck with you, right? You know what I'm saying? And you will know when somebody's trying to do some shit to fuck with you. They got some Halloween, and that shit looks scary, low-key. That motherfucker looks scary. But you will know when they doing some shit to fuck with you, because you'll start feeling like us. You'll start feeling that shit when they around you. Like, even if they don't come into contact with you, you will know, like, this person is over here to try to fuck with you. Or they'll try to walk up to you and just be looking at you, like, smiling, and just try to make you feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So that's the gang stalking shit, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, besides the gang stalking shit, like, and it's not besides the gang stalking shit, you have to just watch out for their species, man. Because their species is the one doing all the gang stalking. The inorganic beings, white people, Asians, Hispanic, etc. They're the ones that even organize the gang stalking program. But besides the gang stalking program, which is what I believe is most of the confusion on a daily basis, is organized. They have a lot of spiritual bullshit too. You have to just watch out for these beings, man. Watch out for their species right now. This is for all my black people. Watch out for Asians, and especially Hispanics. Anywhere you go where it's heavily populated with anybody that's not black, even with black people. But it's easier to deal with us because we know us. You know what I'm saying? We know how to deal with us, right? And we know how to deal with them too. But you have to just know, like, they're going to continue to get worse and worse and worse. And when they do the bullshit, it's lowering your vibration so you can't manifest. You know what I'm saying? When they do the bullshit, it's lowering your vibration so you can't manifest. So just be cautious. When you're around these beings, just be cautious, man. Because they're gonna do some bullshit, and they're not even knowing why they're doing this shit. This is why and how they were created. They were created like this, to do little bullshit and have this ego, have this pride, have this confusion within them. Because that confusion, that ego, that pride, that's going to cause low vibrational energy. That's going to stop you from manifesting. You know what I'm saying? So just be cautious around these beings, man. Don't let them get too close to you. If you're going to areas with a lot of Hispanics, a lot of white people, a lot of Asians, etc., just be cautious. And I'm not saying they all fucked up, because within each of them races that I named, within their species, you will find some cool Hispanics, you will find some cool Asians, you will find some cool Arabs, some cool Caucasians. But I'm saying, though, for the most part, because of their genetics, and that's what I'm saying, they don't know that they're doing this shit. And you have the organized shit too, and you have the and when I'm saying organized shit, I'm talking about you have like organizations that are going around fucking with people, gang stalking people, right? And that's why I say the organized shit with their species, and even our species. And even our species be on some bullshit too, just be botted out. You have to be cautious of both of them. You know what I'm saying? Of everybody right now. But I'm talking about the inorganic species, especially. You have to be cautious of them because like everybody, like for the majority, most everybody thinks that we're the same species as these beings, man. And besides that, it's a new energy on the planet, and these motherfuckers are going to continue to get worse and worse and worse. They're going to continue to get worse and worse and worse. And when they do this little bullshit that they do, not only does it mess with your nervous system, you know what I'm saying, it mess with your manifestation process, but that's the main reason why I'm making this video, honestly, is because when they do the little bullshit, that shit fucks with your manifestations. Because they can keep you vibrating low because they bullshit, because they're genetics, and they won't even know why they're doing a lot of the bullshit that they do. You have to just be cautious, man, and you have to be cautious of everybody right now, but especially the inorganic species. You have to especially be cautious of them because they don't have no soul to know when they're doing the bullshit, man. They don't have no soul. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like they're doing it on purpose to fuck with you. Like I'm telling y'all, you have the organized shit where they actually are. But for the most part, and not for the most part, but you also have them. Damn, my shit went out good. You also have them just doing the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You also got them just doing the bullshit. And you gotta know that shit. You gotta know that shit. You gotta. So you won't let that shit fuck with your energy. And when it fuck with your energy, you won't be able to manifest. Because they're not going to be knowing that they're doing this shit. So just be cautious around these beings, man. Be cautious around them. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them get you out your character. And when I'm thinking about the gang stalking shit, it's just the inorganic species, right? I just know that it's not the inorganic species just botted out. And what also made me realize this shit with the inorganic species and the gang stalking was when I was at that job. And the bitch kept trying to walk into me and making that noise when I avoided her. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't know that it was an actual organization doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was, but at the same time, these be witches and all that shit too. But just don't let that shit bother you, man. Don't let it bother you. And be cautious around these beings, man. Because they do not have a soul, bro. And with them not having a soul, they will do a lot of shit that will have you vibrating low. And with you vibrating low, you're going to manifest more low vibrational shit. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to manifest no low vibrational shit. That's why you have to be cautious of Hispanics. If you see somebody in front of you just doing some bullshit and they don't know what they're about to do, they don't know if they're going to go left or right, just stop. You know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, they're going to do some dumb shit to try to lower your frequency. And it's always going to be one of these beings. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be one of these beings. Like, for instance, right now. I can show y'all some shit right now. Okay, they got out the car. But it's always going to be a Mexican or somebody doing some bullshit. You have to know this shit. You have to know this shit. And you have to just know how to deal with these creatures, man. You have to know how to deal with them so they can't lower your vibration. You have to know. Because these beings are a whole different species, man. And when you try to do anything that separates us from them, you get targeted. You know what I'm saying? Like how Dr. Sebi was saying how we have different genetics than them and we need a different food and all this shit. Malcolm X was trying to get us some separation. Dr. King was trying to get us segregated from these beings. Nipsey Hussle was trying to stop the gang violence. Once the gang violence stops, all the black people are gonna come together. Because all the black people that's not gang banging, we see like, nigga, we need to stick together, this and that. And even some of the black people that's gang banging see this shit, but they got beef and shit that's happened in the past that they can't let go, which is understandable. But it's like all that shit is product of the inorganic species. All the manipulation, all the gang banging, all the beef and all that shit is because the inorganic species is manipulating. I ain't gonna say that they're manipulating scenarios with the gangbanging shit, but they started the whole shit where to have us killing each other instead of having us policing these communities, policing the police, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Who are doing bullshit inside of the communities, community revolution in progress. That's where the Crips started, you know what I'm saying? But then they had to bring dope into the communities and crack and guns and all this shit to have us turn from policing the police to us killing each other and selling drugs to each other and all the bullshit after the civil rights movement. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that tries to separate us from them gets attacked because we're different species than these beings. And when we separate, they're not going to be able to manifest. If we just leave these motherfuckers alone and go in the motherfucking woods and just start from there, we will be able to manifest some beautiful shit out of the woods, bro. We'll be able to build up the woods into some beautiful shit. We'll be able to manifest some beautiful shit. If all of the black people just go into the forest, into the mountains or some shit, right? And we just away from society. We just in the mountains and shit with nothing but trees and nature. We will fuck around and be able to build houses, all type of shit, right? But if you put them in the motherfucking woods, etc., by themselves, away from us, they're not going to be able to manifest some shit. They're not going to be able to manifest no shit. They might be able to build some shit, etc., but they're not going to be able to manifest like us. You know what I'm saying? That's why they need to be around us, and that's why they need to manipulate us to do the bullshit, because we are manifesting all this shit for them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just making this video to tell y'all to be cautious when y'all get around these beings, because their whole purpose is to fuck with their energy. This is why they were created. And people are not conscious of their energy. Once you start keeping to yourself, is what I'm trying to say. Once you start keeping to yourself and stop being around so many people, you'll be more conscious of your energy, right? And once you're more conscious of your energy, if you're a neuromelanated being, if you're a black god or goddess, a black man or a woman, once you're more conscious of your energy, you'll realize once you get into contact with these beings, like quickly get into contact with these beings, you'll realize they lower your vibration. But if you happen to be around them for a while, you kind of like you get used to being on that frequency that you're on when you're around them. But if you just have a quick interaction with them, you'll notice like, damn, I'm kind of less happy. I'm less happy. Because that's what they do. They lower your vibration. And us just being around these beings on this planet keeps us at a low vibration. You know what I'm saying? That's why they want to keep us segregated or mixed in with these beings. And they was trying to segregate us back in the day and keep us separated. That was cool. We were supposed to be separated and all that shit because we're different species. We don't need to be mixed in and all that shit. But separate us and leave us the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? Don't separate us and then y'all come over here to our shit and be fucking with us. Separate us and leave us the fuck alone. Because we're different species and it's hard to coexist with the species that doesn't know when they're doing some shit that's making you uncomfortable, etc. Is that fair? Is that fair to be around a race of people, a species of people that do bullshit on a daily basis and they don't know that they're doing the bullshit because of their genetics, and we have to just deal with this shit? Is that fair? That's not fair, right? So until we can get separated, we need to have ways to deal with the bullshit. And dealing with the gang stalking is the same. If you take the tactics of dealing with the gang stalking, you can deal with the inorganic species because they do the same shit that the gang stalkers do, but they're just doing this shit because they're botted out. The NPCs. The gang stalkers are doing this shit organized. But you have the inorganic species, Asians, Hispanics, Caucasians, Arabs, Indians, etc., that do the same bullshit that the gang stalkers do, but they're doing it because they're botted out because of their genetics. So if you can deal with the tactics of the gang stalkers, you can deal with the bullshit of the inorganic species because it's the same shit. The tactics of the gang stalkers is just organized. You know what I'm saying? The inorganic species, they do the bullshit and they're botted out. It could be spiritual. And same time, most of the time it's spiritual because they don't know that they're doing the bullshit because they're genetics. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes they just be assholes and they be doing bullshit too. Whatever it is, just try to avoid these beings if you can. If you want to be around them and all that shit, that's cool. But I'm telling y'all, if you're black, when you get around their species, just being around them, just acknowledging them will lower your vibration. They just being around these people, that shit lowers our vibrations. Just letting y'all know this shit. You know what I'm saying? And when you start keeping to yourself, start being alone for a while, you will be conscious of energy. And you'll be conscious of how you feel when you have interactions with strangers. And then you'll start being conscious of like how you feel when you have interactions with black people compared to how you feel when you have interactions with the other species, right? And sometimes you'll feel a certain way when you have interactions with some black people. But for the most part, You will always feel this way when you have interactions with the other species. Like random interactions. If you're just happy, you're in a good mood, you're feeling good, you vibrating high. When I say vibrating high, you're happy. When you're vibrating high, you have a lot of happy energy, good energy inside where you feel good. You know what I'm saying? You feel good, and with that energy, you can think about some shit that you want, and that's just you're gonna attract it towards you. You gotta have that happy energy though. But when you get around these beings, they stop you from having that happy energy, right? Then you're vibrating low. And then when you're vibrating low, you get manipulated into manifesting what our oppressors want us to manifest, this reality, which is this reality, this matrix, right? Because we're believing in this shit. Motherfuckers are believing in this shit. That's why this shit is existing, but people are starting to wake up. That's why the shit's crumbling, right? But besides all of that shit, right? It's not besides that. This is part of your awakening. You have to be cautious of the inorganic species. The inorganic species being Asians, Caucasians, Mexicans, Arabs, Dravidians, Indians, etc., right? Everybody that's not black, because these people are different species, right? And as we awaken to who we are going to see who they are, and we're going to see that there's a difference between us and them. And even some of them are awakening and seeing that there's a difference between us and them, right? But you have to notice they are a different species. If you want to manifest, you have to avoid interactions with these beings because they're naturally vibrating low because of their genetics. It's just like if I have no nose on my face and I'm walking around and I'm musty as fuck, I stink. I'm walking around stinking, and I don't know I'm stinking because I don't have a nose. So I'm getting around people, I'm stinking and all this shit around people, sneaking up people's work, their fucking office, their car, the kitchen, I'm stinking up all this type of shit because I don't have a nose. I don't know I'm musty. That's like an example of them doing low vibrational shit on a daily basis, causing confusion, causing you to feel uncomfortable, miscommunications, etc. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even know that they're making the motherfucker feel uncomfortable. And this is what they do on a daily basis. That's why I'm saying to be cautious around these beings. If you want to manifest and be vibrating high, when you're about to go into an area with a lot of Asians, Hispanics, etc., just be cautious. Take your time. Don't let nobody get too close to you. Don't be trying to have interactions and all that shit with you. You know what I'm saying? So, I ain't going to make this video too much longer. I hope all y'all vibrate. Let me read this message real quick. I wasn't trying to... Send this confirmation real quick. Let me send this shit down. Yeah, man, just be cautious around their species, man. Be cautious around their species. Don't let them get too close to you. You know what I'm saying? It's basic. It's fucked up as that may sound. You have to protect your energy. You know what I'm saying? You have to protect your energy. I'm writing this appointment confirmation. 1 second, y'all. You got to protect your energy, man. And you ain't going to be able to manifest if you're around a bunch of Asians, Hispanics, Caucasians, etc., bro, because they going to fuck with your manifestation process by doing bullshit, and they're not even going to know that they're doing the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They're not even going to know that they're doing the bullshit because of their genetics. So you have to just be cautious around it. And I'm saying this shit right now, right? But I'm thinking about what I'm saying, and I'm like, what the fuck? Cause I'm just a vessel being used, bro. And I ain't trying to disrupt the energy, you know. But I'm like, nigga, I'm like, this shit is actually crazy how we really on this planet. And it's like, why do I even have to fucking say this shit? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm in this body, but I'm not even in this body for real, bro. I just be here while I'm awake, then I go to sleep. I'm doing some whole other shit. I'm just here just trying to help motherfuckers out in this reality. Then I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be gone soon, y'all. That's why I'm trying to just give y'all all this shit y'all gonna need. I'm gonna get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? But I be just thinking, like, why do I even have to say this shit? Like, how do my people fucking see this shit? It's because this religion bullshit got you wanting to just deal with these species, this species on this planet. Oh, Jesus, this and that. Oh, this and that. Whole time, these people make this world.